Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for episode 108 of the MeepleCore Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Tim Jennette, the Metal Meeple, and I'm joined by my co-host,
George Breden.
And in this episode, we go over our top 10 board games of 2020 and much more. Intern Alexa, ask a random question.
Here's a question for you. Who was your favorite teacher? Why?
Do you got a favorite teacher, George?
Oh, man.
Do you remember any of them?
Yeah, right. I don't remember my own teachers from grade school, and sorry to all of them, I'm sure, but
yeah, because they're going to listen to this. I remember you, Georgie.
Yeah. And they're going to be like, why was I not your favorite teacher? But, yeah. But no, that is a tough one. Like, because I've had a lot of teachers in college, and then I've worked with so many teachers. I've worked with so many teachers as an interpreter that it would be very hard for me to just pick out one. So instead, I'm just going to avoid the question by sort of telling a funny story. There was all right. There's a guy I was interpreting for when I was interpreting at George Mason University, and this teacher had a substitute come in, and the substitute comes up and he starts teaching this class, and it's like a 100 level course, and so it's this packed auditorium, like 400 students or whatever. I thought this guy was the worst teacher I'd ever seen in my life. He had the thickest, the strongest, thickest Chinese accent, and he was very hesitant, and he was simply reading off of a printout of the other teacher's PowerPoint. And I thought, this is the worst teacher. This guy is terrible. Why is he around here? Later that day, I went to another class that I was interpreting, and this was a master's level course that was in microelectronics and microwave engineering. Sorry, microwave engineering class. And so I was interpreting this class, and this instructor says, and we have a special guest teacher today, and he's from this publication. He's been on the cover of Time magazine, whatever. And this guy comes in. He brings in that guy that I was thinking was the worst teacher I'd ever seen. And this guy had invented a new kind of light bulb. And I was like, oh.
That's I will eat crow now.
Yeah. And the reason, I don't know why they asked him to do this other class to the last second, but he wasn't ready. He just had to read the guy's PowerPoint because he had no idea what the class was about. And his English wasn't that good, to be fair, but the guy was a genius.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'll say he's my favorite teacher. I don't even remember his name now.
Was it an interesting PowerPoint at least?
No, it was miserable.
Just super dry and
yeah. But the other class
was
amazing.
He didn't care about.
Yeah. But then the other class that he did later was amazing. And the whole class was just in rapt attention. I was like, wow, I had this guy completely wrong.
I must have missed it, but did you say was this when you were in school or were you interpreting?
No,
this?
I had finished school and I was interpreting, working at George Mason.
Oh, gotcha. I think you did say that. I was messing around with the levels on my mic just to see what it was doing while you're talking.
Yeah. But that's one of the best things about being an interpreter is you're still actually in school. You're working there, but you still get to learn stuff, which is pretty cool.
That's a good point because you're not even just listening. You have to listen and regurgitate it to the person that's listening or that's watching your hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you retain a lot of that stuff? Have you noticed?
Well, here's the thing. Interpreters are not protected as a class. If we were to be called into court and asked if we remember things, we don't have the ability that lawyers do or that priests do to say, I'm not going to say that, in order to protect my client. We don't have that ability. So the answer is no, I don't remember a thing when I interpret.
That is fair. Just no matter what the answer is, I don't remember crap.
Right.
No, You've taken this class 9 times.
Exactly.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I think for me, my favorite teacher, I had a couple of teachers I really like, but one of them was Mr. Price. And this is our art teacher pretty much all through high school. And this dude was awesome because he had this massive beard. He looked like a crazy sailor, like Moby Dick style sailor, you know, like he was hunting whales with a pitchfork or something. And he was just awesome because he didn't care what you did as long as you got your work done. So I would do like these drawings and stuff. And I actually have quite a bit of those still in my filing cabinet.
Yeah, this is interesting. I didn't know that you were an artist.
Everybody had to take art class, but yeah, I can draw. Okay. I can't draw like super well, like people and things like that, but I can draw other stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm probably out of practice now. But it's weird. Actually, side note, when I was getting some paper and stuff for Theron in his schoolwork, Rachel had printed out this big map of a city, and we're doing like community helpers is like the topic to show like, you know, policemen and firemen and what kind of stuff to use and like, you know, color their different facilities or whatever. Sure. And I'm coloring this tree, and she looks at me and goes, like, really? You're shading with crayon? I'm like, I can't help it. I got to do it.
Hey, Mr. Price, he taught me well.
Yeah, he taught me well. He taught me vanishing points and shading. But I would do my work and everything, and, you know, it might be a thing that is 3 days long, right? He gives everybody 3 days to do this like vanishing point thing where you have to maybe do a landscape or whatever with a vanishing point. But I'm pretty quick. So I would do it in like 1 day. And my friend Mark, he would do it. Although I don't remember if it was great, but I mean, he did a pretty good job. But then we would play Magic for 2 days.
And he didn't care.
He didn't care. He's like, nope, you did your work. It looks better than most of the class. So fine. I mean, once he, you know, he was like a really reasonable person.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. And then he liked our class so much, not just like our class that he had, but like the class of like 2000. Okay. As it went through the like 96 to 2000 or 97 to 2000. And he liked our class so much. Well, backtrack just a hair. We always thought that he had a tattoo of a naked lady under his beard. That was the rumor that went around school.
That's why he had his beard so long.
Yeah, that's why he had his beard. He had worked there for like 25 years and had never shaved it. Not a single person in the facility, even the principal who's been there like the entire time, has never seen him without a beard.
Huh.
He liked our class so much that we got everybody to be like, we want you to shave your beard for our class, you know, graduation party.
Oh, you guys are cruel.
No, we were just like, we want to see if the rumors are true. He goes, I'll think about it. Like 3 years later, it's 2000, and we like harp on him the whole time, right? Like, come on, you got to shave your beard for the class of 2000.
But he knows what the rumor is?
He knows what the rumor is. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he'd have to draw one on even if he didn't have one.
Just go get one tattooed. He shows up to the graduation party with no beard, and no one recognized him. He walked in, he walked around 2 or 3 times. Not a single person knew who he was. And then he got up on the mic or whatever and started talking. Everybody's like, "Ah!" This dude is awesome, man.
But unfortunately, he didn't have a naked lady tattoo.
No, there's nothing like that. He's it'd be interesting to see. I don't know if he's still alive because I'm pretty sure he was like lower 60s when I was in high school, and I would have been like 18. So that's like 20 years. I mean, he could be alive. He's just going to be really old.
Right.
It'd be cool to see him one more time and
see if he ever got that tattoo.
Right. Just got the tattoo to live up to the legend.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, welcome to the MeepleCore Gaming Podcast. There's 2 things about the intro that changed slightly that if you're a keen listener, you would have heard. One, I changed it to MeepleCore Gaming Podcast and ditched the whole we're about board games, video games, music, and nerd culture. Because one, it was repetitive. And if I just added gaming into the title, you already know what we're about at that point.
Yep.
So I thought that was fine. And what was the second thing I was going to say? I totally drew a blank. Oh, the second thing is, well, hold on, in the intro. No, I don't remember. I guess that's the only thing
about the intro.
Well, I guess that's 2 things. One, I just added a gaming podcast and deleted that whole thing. So that's 2 things. But okay, we're going to a much shorter show, and that's because we're going weekly.
You might not know it when we answer questions by Alexa, but still, it will be shorter ultimately.
It will be shorter. We're gonna focus on about an hour and a half podcast, hour and 15 to hour and 30 ish. I'm not going to like cut us off at 1:15 and be like, it must be right. This is the way.
We're working toward it. We may not get there right away.
Yeah, we gotta get back into that flow because we had that 3-hour flow going pretty well. Now we got to do like an hour and a half. So You're not really losing any content because we're doing it weekly. So it's still a 3-hour show. Just every week you're getting an hour and a half instead of every 2 weeks getting. Oh, that was the second thing that I changed. I didn't say bi-weekly podcast. I said MeepleCore Gaming Podcast.
Oh, there you go.
That's what it was. I knew I would remember. Another change, if you are listening to this, I do have a new microphone that I got for Christmas. I do have the SM7B legendary vocal microphone. That's what it says on the box, actually. And I've been wanting this thing for a very long time. If you know anything about our show, you know that the reason it's called MeepleCore is that I'm into music and recording and everything. And I have a lot of mics, but I never had like a really expensive mic. Not that this is crazy expensive. I mean, it's $400, which is pretty expensive for a mic, but past that, you get into like $3,000 to $5,000 microphones. I don't have an $80,000 studio. So this is probably as high as a microphone as I'm going to buy, but I am going to start doing more, I'm going to start doing more music recording and things like that with my bandmates and everything, and maybe doing a lot of solo stuff. Awesome. So the MeepleCore thing, which is why we always said music in the title, is me and Matt. Matt was he comes on every once in a while. He was original starter with me, founder, and we're into music because we're in a band together. Our band is Morning Augment, MORNING, Augment. And it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on everywhere. You can just search for it. It would be cool if you buy it, but if not, just check it out on Spotify or YouTube or Facebook or whatever you want to listen to it on. It's there.
Oh, that's good. You're getting back to that. Very cool.
Yeah. And I've been collecting things recently to get back to that point, I guess. But I needed something that was really good for the mic. So I am kind of learning this mic. There's going to be a little bit of imperfections right now because I have not changed out the wind filter on the mic. It comes with one, but it doesn't really get rid of the plosives, like the puh. You'll hear this sometimes. I might get a little too close because I had an SM58 and you almost want to eat the mic when you're talking into it. You got to be like 2 fingers away. And I had some windscreens and stuff set up so it wouldn't get all those plosives. So you might hear some of that. I apologize in advance, but it's going to be a learning experience because I just got this thing and this is the first time recording with it. So
all right. We'll see what happens. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. I'm really excited to go down to an hour and a half show. Not that I hate 3 hours because we like to talk, but I like to, first off, it's going to be much easier on me to edit. It's much easier to edit something short every Thursday than it is to like do a 3-hour chunk of editing, every other week. And I think that's what was causing me, that and the COVID and all that stuff was causing me kind of get behind. So it'll be more consistent having a weekly show, I think. And
it's a whole new thing. It's a whole new year, new show. Here we go.
Whole new show. Right. Yeah. Like more like 2.0, I guess.
Yeah.
And we'll have Eric and Matt on every once in a while. Definitely Matt, because he's got a lot of games he's been playing.
Good.
So he's got a lot to talk about with that stuff. Eric might be out for a little bit because he's just started to take a hiatus, and
he's working pretty hard.
Really, really hard.
Yeah.
Real estate is booming right now, apparently. So George, you want to talk about a few things that
Sure.
you've been up to since that last episode?
Yeah, so it was the holidays, of course, and I had a sort of a mini gaming convention with some friends, which we always do, friends of mine in Dayton, Ohio, and we have a convention every year around the holidays. And so we did that. This time it was virtual, which was a very different experience, and still really nice to have everyone online. And we played some party games, played a lot of Board Game Arena because these guys, that was what they were into. And I was surprised at, I guess, how used to Tabletop Simulator and Tabletopia I have become. And then trying to get other people into that, it's just so awkward for people. It's really difficult.
Didn't come naturally, huh?
No, just manipulating the items. After you've done it for a while, then it's fine and it's great because there's so many games on there. But if it's something that you're not used to, people that are new to that are really going to struggle. And Board Game Arena is just a nice option where everything is taken care of for you as far as the actual manipulation of the pieces, and you're just making choices and clicking on stuff. So it's almost more like a video game, and that just works out better for people, and they don't have this learning curve. That was a bit of a surprise for me and a bit of a disappointment because there's so many games on Tabletopia I would have loved to play, or Tabletop Simulator even more so. But we stayed on Board Game Arena quite a bit and played hours of The Crew, which is the trick-taking game, which is cooperative. So that was a lot of fun.
Speaking of that, I think Eric, James, and I are on Mission 11 right now.
Okay. I think we got to Mission 11 a couple times because we kept starting over with new groups of people.
Oh. Yeah, we're just strictly doing it, like turn-based mode, asynchronous or whatever. So I'll take my turn and then, yeah, it's great because well, okay. For The Crew, it works out really well because it absolutely stops people from talking. You're taking your turn and the person may not even be on. You know what I mean?
You're right. I hadn't thought of it that way.
So The Crew is a very, very good thing to play on Board Game Arena because it cuts out all the talking.
Yeah.
You have to be very deliberate with it because you have to type in the chat.
Well, okay. We were on Discord at the same time that we were playing The Crew. So we were talking and yes, there was a little bit of talking and maybe, cheating going on a little bit, inadvertently. But yeah, if you're playing and you're not even, together playing at the same time, then I can see where that would really make the game strict. That's the
communication token becomes pretty vital at that point. Not that it wasn't before, but
do you guys ever use the distress signal?
We haven't yet. No,
we never did either. Never.
Board Game Arena. I think we did it when you and I and everyone played on Tabletop Simulator. Yeah,
no, that's true. We did use it there, and it's handy. But yeah, on Board Game Arena, I just never think to use it. We just keep going.
I'll be honest with you, I don't even know where it's at. So
it's just a black dot in the middle of the screen. Like,
oh, is it?
It's that black dot. That's what that is. You wouldn't know it because it's just totally black, and it doesn't show what it is until you actually flip it over.
Huh?
Yeah. Which means you've used it. Okay. So anyway, lots of that. Yeah, I had a good time. And then the other thing I've been doing, just gaming lately has been with Kat, and we've gone back and, at least for me, I'm revisiting a game that I really enjoyed so much years ago, and it's new to Kat, but we're enjoying this so much. We're going back and playing Magica, the Magica game.
Yeah, the Steam game.
Yeah, and you're these wizards that you can cast a whole bunch of different spells. Yeah, it's up to 4 players. And that's the best part because you end up blowing each other up and electrifying each other, and like you're not really in control of your magic because it's such a crazy interface and you have to mix different elements together to cast these spells. So you're not even in control of your own magic to begin with, but then when you start blowing each other up, it's hilarious. So, it's really good. We should get you on there too.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I actually own it, so.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
Yeah. It goes up to 4 at a time.
Sweet. You got anything else that?
Well, not that I've been doing. I've been working on the book, of course. That's something I've been doing for a while, but that's still going on. And then, who knows? We're blowing through deadlines all the time. But I just wanted to mention a couple of things. I know we're not strictly doing a news segment today, but really quickly, there is a book coming out called Celebrating Birds that is being put out by Stonemaier Games, and it is a companion to Wingspan. And it is just a book with the same illustrations, larger, and more information about each of the birds and activities and ideas of what you can do to go out and sort of be bird watchers using it as a resource related to Wingspan. And so it's got the same illustrators. It's by Rojas and Martinez, who are illustrators for Wingspan, and it's going to be really nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm usually not a big art book person, but that has some sort of content to it.
It does, yeah. It's educational and an art book at the same time. So
right.
Well done, Stonemaier, for that. And then the second thing is related to something I've been doing. I've been playing Llama, the party game, Llama Party Edition, with my grandmother and my parents every night at dinner. And so this announcement is that Reiner Knizia is coming out with Llama Dice.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be a push your luck dice game.
I'm in.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm going to get it. It's my first must have of the new year just because I need some variety. My goodness, we've been playing a lot of Llama.
Did you ever get Can't Stop to the table?
No. This is what I'm going to depend on instead.
All right, that's fair. Well, I've got a couple of things. I'm just going to blast through them real quick. The first thing is I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go.
Oh,
I know
yeah?
I kind of mentioned that before. Obviously, I'm playing it with my 5-year-old and my brother's wife,
yeah,
sister-in-law, whatever.
That's what she is.
Yeah, and my wife. So we all been playing. We've been doing tons of raids because you got remote raid passes. So as long as somebody is like physically there, they can invite you to the raid. And you spin a remote raid pass. So sometimes I'm like fighting stuff. Literally, I had a raid that I joined, that was so far away. Super cool stuff. I'm really excited by it.
Okay.
I mean, you do less damage. So you definitely you're more beneficial to the team if you're there. But it's crazy fighting stuff with like 15 people. Like players. 15 players taking out a guy.
So you're taking out some giant Pokemon?
Yeah, you're taking out mega evolved Pokemon. Normally, like the combat power of your guys is like the 2,000 to 3,000 range, mostly.
Okay.
And these things are like 60,000. They're crazy strong. You can't fight them. You have to have like a minimum of 5 people, I think, to even start it or to have a good chance at fighting it or something.
Yeah.
But it says like recommended 20 people.
Oh my God.
Or whatever. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Speaking of which, my son has been playing Let's Go Pikachu, which is the introductory Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch. And I've been helping him out because this is an introductory Pokemon game. And it's very like kids around like 6 years old would start doing this, right? Here's the thing. There's no voice acting. So the kid has to be able to read. And when you're 6, that's around the time you're starting to read. And it's not I'm sure it's easy for us to read, but it does have a lot of words that are made up, like X potion, or like what the crap is that?
Or the names of the Pokemon are crazy.
Or the names of the Pokemon. Yeah, it's basically like going to IKEA. So they should have had some voice acting in the game, and I think that would have made things a lot easier. But he is having a lot of fun.
That's good that it's encouraging him to read. I like that.
He's got some sight words that he's going through right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I've talked about Genshin Impact in the past.
Right.
So I bought Immortals Phoenix Rising for the Switch. And as I play it, I just keep wishing it was Genshin Impact. Not saying it's a bad game, but it's very similar. And I'm like, man, I would rather have Genshin Impact on my Switch.
Yeah. And it's a phone game and it's beating a Switch game.
Yeah. It's also on the PC too and PS4, but it's coming to the Switch just soon. And lastly, I replaced some fans on my PC and I wanted to test them out. So I needed a game that was going to test it. So I launched up Destiny 2 and I bought the expansion. That escalated quickly. Because as soon as I got in, it took you into like this 30-minute kind of intro thing. And I was like, oh, what's going on here? It's like you play through it. And by the time you get to the point where you can like free roam again,
you're hooked.
You're already hooked. Yeah. I was like, okay, let me check and see how much it is. And it was on sale for like $35.
Okay.
Which includes like the 3-month season pass thing. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah. And has it continued?
It's fantastic.
Okay.
I like Destiny 2 a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely one of those games that since it's not subscription based, I kind of jump in and out of, if I play and I go through a lot of content, then I'm done for a while. Then I stop playing it and I come back later.
Oh, wait. So the 3-month pass is to what?
Well, okay. So every 3 months or whatever, they have a season that's going on in the game. And you can level up by doing stuff in the game, like traditional RPG style stuff. When you get experience and you level, you get a season rank. But at the end of the season, so whenever the 3 months is up. So if you join halfway through, you only have a month and a half. It's not like you get a 3-month season to yourself.
Okay.
It's just the season that's going on in the game. And what happens is as you get levels, you get rewards, but there's a second tier of rewards that if you're subscribed, like you have the season pass, you also unlock that stuff too. Huh. So you don't have to buy it and you might be season rank 30 and have all these cool rewards. But if you go and buy the season pass, you get all those rewards retroactively applied to you. So you'll get like double the amount of stuff.
Okay. Huh.
It's like $10 if you're playing it constantly, and it's a 3-month thing, right? So it still ends up being like $3.50 or $3.33 a month.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Subscription
Okay.
at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you just pay $10 up ahead of time.
Gotcha. Okay. I could see that.
Yeah. I like it quite a bit. So I do have one news item I'm going to mention real quick, and then we're going to get into our top 10 games of 2020, so we can keep this around an hour and a half. But the Dice Tower Kickstarter is launching. Excuse me. By the time you listen to this, I think we're going to release this episode on the day the Kickstarter comes out, or the day after, or whatever. Because it's supposed to come out, around the 18th or so. Well, this episode's going to be on the 18th, but the Kickstarter for the Dice Tower is supposed to be around that time as well. Anyway, the only reason I mention that one is because I like to support the Dice Tower because I have an affiliation with them in a lot of ways. And I'm going to be on a promo that is going to be in this Kickstarter.
What?
Yeah. So I'm going to be on one of the Freedom 5 promos. They're going to have a pack of promos that are like bystanders. And so Tom had recommended, Tom had recommended me and a couple of others on the Dice Tower Network stuff to be part of these cards. I think Roy's going to be one, and Tom and Z, and then there's 3 other people. So me and
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm very excited. This is really cool. It was actually a really big surprise because that's a pretty big game, I think.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what, like 1.5 million on Kickstarter?
People might be playing with your card for a long time.
Yeah. Some people are going to need to collect my card, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
My card is basically crap, I'm assuming, because there's just a bystander.
You're just a bystander. Your guy's standing there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like... So it's pretty cool. I was talking to Stephen Gibson, who is the art director, I believe that's his title, of Arcane Wonders, obviously the publisher of the game, and he sent me like a little sketch of my character.
That's awesome.
So it's because I had to send him pictures. I actually sent these to Robert, but we had to send pictures to Arcane Wonders, kind of like a couple of different poses or whatever.
I hope you're all decked out in metal or something.
I am, dude. I sent him.
That's great.
Because, like right now my hair is real long and everything. And I've always been on the fence about keeping it long. This is more of like a COVID experiment.
Right. Yeah. Mine's getting crazy long. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I half hate it as much as I like it. You know what I mean? Like
it's growing on you.
It's going to go back. I mean, if we go back to convention seasons and can run around and stuff like that, I'm going to cut it back down to the spiky hair stuff that I had before. Cause I loved it. It's just a little bit of work.
Yep.
So it'll be back.
Nice.
But one of the pictures I sent them, I'm totally in my metal outfit. Like I've got my like leather jacket. I've got like a studded. I got bullets on my belt and everything. It's great.
I hope he picks that one. That'd be great.
Well, he did. I am wearing some leather and stuff. The problem is it's like a bust. So it's like from like lower chest up.
Yeah. He's got to like,
so it's missing my cool belt buckle and my bullets.
Artistic rendering.
Yeah. But my face and my hair and everything look great. I'm really excited by this.
That's so cool.
It's just a sketch right now, but I'm excited to see the final product.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about one real quick thing before we move on to our top 10. If you're interested in supporting the MeepleCore podcast, please check out MeepleCore.com. Click on that Humble Bundle partner link. This will take you to Humble Bundle. You can buy things there, different games, products, books, everything. They have like really cool bundles of indie games and even like AAA games sometimes for, $15 and you get like 15 games. So a lot of really cool stuff. If you're not familiar with Humble Bundle, definitely check it out by going to our link on MeepleCore.com. And anything you purchase, we get a little bit of a kickback. You can also go to patreon.com/MeepleCore. And I would love for you guys to email us at MeepleCore@gmail.com and let us know what type of content you would like as a Patreon subscriber, because I'm having a hard time kind of thinking of some stuff. I just put the Patreon out there because some, people are asking about it and everything. So, we just put it out there. Check it out. It's patreon.com/MeepleCore. And like I said, we have basically one topic, and that is our top 10. I'm used to saying 5, but now it's top 10 board games of 2020. All right. So before we begin our top 10 board games of 2020, we're going to caveat this slightly. Well, actually, I guess I don't need to caveat it because originally I was thinking, I had a lot of 2020 release games and then I was culling them a lot and putting some on. And then I had some that was from late 2019.
Yeah.
It's like, do I really want to put those on here? And so I started looking through my list again and finding games that I had played that were 2020 releases. But, like maybe the late 2019 games I liked better, but I ended up knocking them off. And eventually I came up with my actual 2020 release games.
Okay. Yeah.
And your list is all 2020 games too, right?
My list is strictly 2020 according to what they say on BGG.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, mine is too, in a way. We'll talk about the instances there that might be slightly different, but the other caveat is there are, if you sort by 2020 games, there's 50 pages and each one has like 250 results. We did not play all these games.
No.
There is a tremendous amount of games. And I don't know, I always hate doing these kind of lists in some way. They're fun to do. But then as you're doing them, you're like, yeah, well, I would have added this if I played it. Like last time we did 2019 games, I was like, or whatever it was, I would have played Tainted Grail and all these other games.
Yeah, right. If we had that game. But this is a special year, even with everything else. And everyone knows this already because COVID has altered everything. And so there are a lot of games that you simply couldn't play in person for a large portion of the year, just if you were being safe. So a lot of these reviewers who are doing like top 20 lists of 2020 games or whatever. I mean, are you rich or you just have, right. Yeah.
That is a lot of games. I mean, we get review copies and stuff, but man, that does not add up to
No.
Even if you did the top 100 rated 2020 games on Board Game Geek, that is a crazy amount of money.
Yes. And we don't receive that many review copies. We receive a few. Right. Yeah. But not a lot of review copies. I think,
especially not this year.
Yeah. There's only a handful of reviewers that are going to be getting that high of a percentage of the 2020 games. There's a lot of games that, you're only going to find out about if you have a personal interest in putting the money out for it.
Yeah, exactly. And the only reason I bring this up is because after we do our top 10 list of 2020 releases that we played, we have a couple of quick lists that we're going to go over. George has some fun ones or whatever, but we're both going to do a top 5 2020 releases we wish we would have played.
Yeah, mine expanded.
That's going to be very quick.
Yeah, mine expanded to 10, but that's okay.
That's fine. That's fine. I've got a couple more I can add on, but I mean, that's going to be a very quick list. That's not going to be a bulk. We're just going to breeze through them so you can be like, why didn't he put this game on there?
Yeah, we could be like,
well, I probably didn't play it.
Exactly.
Or maybe I did and I hated it.
And what games do we really want to play are the thing, there's so many that we just didn't have the opportunity, but they're probably great games. So we had to make that little list to sort of supplement. Yeah.
All right, well, I'll begin because I'm curious on what your number one is, so we'll end on you. Because my number one, even though I don't think you're going to guess it, but when you hear it, you're going to be like, oh yeah, duh. But for me, I can't guess what yours is. I mean, I have a couple of contenders, but I'm thinking those are in the top 5. So we'll start with me.
Okay, sounds good.
We might have some crossover. We'll find out. But my number 10 is Forgotten Waters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and this is Plaid Hat Games. It's designed by Isaac Vega, right? I totally didn't bring up the game. I got it here.
Okay.
So yeah, Forgotten Waters designer is Mr. Bistro, Arthur Illis, and Isaac Vega. This is Plaid Hat Games, and this is a storybook telling game for up to, it says 7 players. I don't know if I'd ever do that, but we did play it with 5. And you got this book that you flip out. There's an app that you use. We played this online, so we just kind of use the app that's built into Tabletop Simulator.
Yep.
And this storybook is kind of like you have a timer that you flick over, and then everybody starts putting their guys out on these different action spaces, almost like worker placement style.
Yes.
But there is a little bit of requirements, and each one tells you kind of what the rewards might be.
Right.
Or more in line with. And so there's a little bit of discussion, but then you go in turn order. It's not like a all free for all because each spot only has so many spaces to go to.
Yes, and
so
the turn order is very important in the game.
It is very important. You are working together, but if you don't really talk it through and you don't have a lot of time to talk, you're like, George, you took the spot I was going to take. I'm like, oh, I forgot we talked,
Yes, it works so well because you are working together. You're all on a ship together or whatever. You're a crew, but you're not really working together because you're pirates. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just a great way to have that dynamic take place.
Yep. And I like the storybook aspect where you flip over a page and like you're actually putting the stuff on there, kind of like Near and Far.
Yes.
And even like Gloomhaven, the new Jaws of the Lion.
Yep. And Aftermath. Yeah. All these games.
Yeah. All those storybook games. This would be a little bit higher on my list, but if you remember when we talked about it before early in the year, I wasn't a big fan of the personal stories.
Yeah.
Because like your character has like these outcomes that happen based on how well you go through the game. That doesn't really change through each of the stories though.
Right.
And they're kind of generic and they're really dumb. Honestly, some of them are really dumb.
Yeah. And
like
some of them become dumb because they are Mad Libs. You seriously Mad Lib them.
Yes, you do Mad Lib some of the stuff in the game. Yeah. And even though it's funny, if you don't Mad Lib with humor, it seems dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. It can go either way. And it's when a Mad Lib is bad, it's just dumb.
Yeah. And I don't know. It bothered me because, you could get a character that you think is BA, like, dude, so awesome. And then your character ends up having this idiotic storyline in the end. Yeah. Because you didn't fill up your constellation and maybe you got like the okay ending instead of the great.
Right.
But you still won. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's still a process and it's still an enjoyable process. So I do think it deserves to be on the top 10. Yeah.
Yeah. It's absolutely a fantastic game. That's the one thing that probably dropped it down a few notches on this list.
Yeah. And
which is still great. I mean, out of all the games I played, this is in the top 10. So fantastic. I love Isaac. He's awesome. Yeah. I've met Mr. Bistro, but it's just in passing. So
yes, it's so
not
good.
Not that I cater to anybody I know. If your game sucks, it's going to suck. But this one happens to be pretty good. The story's great. I love the fact that there's multiple, like when you go into the app and you type in whatever the result is, there's actually multiple responses that can happen. So even though if you play the game again, if you go and do like the betray the captain or something or whatever the story element is, you might actually get a different readout.
That's brilliant.
I think that's awesome for replayability for sure.
Yes. And here's the thing. They really did a story game right with the way that the story is done, the writing and the amount of story that's in the game. They did a great job. And I always come back to this one because it was one of the worst disappointments I've ever had. And it was and now I'm going to forget the name of it, like the Red Planet or whatever. It was the Portal game with, it was sort of supposed to be like Robinson Crusoe. But on Mars.
First Martian.
The First Martian. Thank you. Yeah. Man, that one was like the worst missed opportunity. And I know I've said that before, but this one did it right. This is the one where, it's a story game the way a story game ought to go. When you have story in your game, actually put story in there. My God. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It has a lot of story and some choices and stuff. It's fantastic.
Yep. Great job.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to harp on the one thing. I'm just saying it was anticlimactic.
Yeah,
like,
I can
not
see.
from the main story perspective. Like the outcome of the story and what's going on is awesome. It's just that when you read off your personal goal,
right?
It's like, oh, what really?
Yeah.
I thought my character was supposed to be awesome, and then he ends up getting like, you
have this idea of yourself, and it just doesn't work out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like Tales of the Arabian Nights, where you think a certain thing is going to happen, then it's like, wait a second, that was entirely different.
Yeah, you've got the high ground. What would you like to do? I'm going to blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you slip, fall, and hit your face on the ground. Now you're bleeding.
Right. So why did I have the high ground? Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, it's just like disappointing. Anyway, very good game. Don't let that persuade anything about it. This game is fantastic. It's really good with a lot of people. I never played with 7, obviously, but I don't think it would add that much time to the game.
Not at all.
Because of how, the timer and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, simultaneous play. Well done. Totally
really
agreed. Yep. All right, so my number 10 is unusual for me because this is a 2-player game. which I usually don't select. And this is one that Kat and I have been playing and really having a great time with. And it's called T for Two. And it is by Space Cowboys, and the designer is Cedric Chabosit. I don't know if that's anywhere close, but it is a game with this sort of art style that is terrific, and it is a deck building game in a very small scale. So you're essentially playing the game of war. You have a deck of cards, you flip one over, and so does your opponent, and you're comparing the numbers. And if you have a higher number, then the difference between your two cards is how much you have to spend to build your deck. And that's brilliant.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's so good. And there are all these cards that you can then add into your deck. But then again, which ones do you want and in what order and whatnot? And there's, if you have stuff left over, you can get these tarts, the Queen of Hearts and her tarts, and you can spend those later. And there's a flamingo that lets you break ties that goes back and forth. And the whole thing is perfect game length. It's just absolutely delightful to play, because it's as easy as playing war, but you have so many decision points at every moment. And then it's just so funny and satisfying as you beat your opponent or vice versa. It's a great game. T for Two.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I like the, you get the points based on the difference in the cards you play.
Yeah. And it's just wonderful art, wonderful, just sort of romp of a game. And it's delightful.
Very cool. My number 9 is Colt Super Express. This is by Ludonaut. Designer is Cedric Lefebvre. Christoph.
We're both going to have this issue.
Reinbold. I butcher these. I probably should say them in my head before I actually just do it live. I love this game because it basically replaces Colt Express for me.
Yes, agreed.
Not that I hated Colt Express. I actually really like the game, but man, this is so much faster and cleaner and almost meaner. You know what I mean? Because everything you do is deliberate. Whereas in Colt Express, it's like, well, you got the briefcase. I need it. This is like, I'm going to shoot you off the
I'm
the
trying
train
to do
purposely.
This. Yeah. It's so quick. It's so good.
Oh yeah. 15 minutes, maybe even 10. I don't know. I mean, for the most part, probably 15, but it's 3 to 7 players. Very, very good game. Probably a little bit expensive. I think it's like $20.
This is one of my bigger surprises of the year. It would have made my short list if I had thought of it, because I totally agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah. And I had absolutely no interest. I'm like, why? I mean, why are they dumbing down a game? Most time it's, make a like dice version of it or something, but they literally just took the game, slimmed it down, was like, here you go. Here, if you want to play it in 15 minutes. Fantastic.
Yes.
Absolutely check this one out.
And if you're going to do a programming game, that's not my favorite sort of thing. Programming and then, the chaos of, what happened because we didn't know what we were putting down when we put them down. The tedium of going through that and putting up with that kind of chaos is so much better when it's only a 15-minute game. This is the one that I like. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right. And okay, my next one. Number 9 for me is Scapegoat. And this is a social deduction sort of game. And this is by John Perry. The publisher is Indie Boards and Cards. And what's great about this social deduction game is that you're given the name or the color of a person who is the scapegoat at the start of the game. Everyone gets that. But here's the thing. One person is being lied to because they're the actual scapegoat. So it instills this great paranoia in the game because you cannot be sure whether you are the scapegoat or not for some time. And even then you're wondering always. It's so fantastic. You're this group of goats that have pulled off this bank heist. And the question is, are you going to make somebody the scapegoat, which you want to do to turn them into the cops and everyone else gets away with the money? Or if you're the scapegoat, do you go to the cops yourself and turn in the rest of the gang with a plea bargain? But the thing is, if you're not the scapegoat and you go to the cops, then you're turning yourself in for no reason.
Yeah.
It's the paranoia in this game is fantastic, and it's very short. There's only a couple things you can do on your turn, and it's just, it does what a social deduction game needs to do with an extra layer on top, and I really enjoy it.
It does like social deduction, but you almost don't want to talk.
Yes, you don't want to give anything away.
Right. It's more of it's a social deduction style game, but you're really just watching people and what they do because they're swapping out cards in their hand with cards face up on the table. And you're like, why is all the red cards out there? You know what I mean? Like no one wants red.
Yeah. But sometimes that just happens. And then the red person is thinking, wait, hang on. I haven't, or
they
the
think
green
they're safe,
person,
but everybody else has a red card in their hand still.
And the green person is like, I haven't seen any of my cards come up. Oh my God, I'm the scapegoat. But they're not. It's just the way it happened. And then you have to try to keep people, from getting too paranoid. Oh, it's so good.
Right. And you want to ask just enough to not give it away. Like, I think I'm the scapegoat or whatever. It's pretty good.
Yep.
I liked it.
Good one.
Talking about another social deduction game, we're going with my number 8, which is Good Cop, Bad Cop Promoted. This is actually an expansion. I know George has an entire quick list of expansions that he's going to go over. This is the only expansion on my list. Not that it's really a spoiler alert, but this is a expansion to Good Cop, Bad Cop, obviously, that takes Good Cop, Bad Cop. If you're not familiar, is a game where you get everybody gets 3 cards in front of them, and you either have a random assortment. So you either have some loyal cards or what do they call it? Honest and loyal.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Or loyal and disloyal. I don't know.
Good cop cards and bad cop cards.
You're either good or you're bad. Yeah.
Right. And so if you have 2 bad cards and a good card, you're a bad character, right? You're on the bad team.
Yeah.
You can't reorient those cards in front of you. The 3 stay out in front of you face down. And on somebody's turn, they can look at one of those cards and put it back where it was. And then if you get paranoid, you can pick up a gun and point it at somebody. And at the end of your next turn, you can shoot them and they're eliminated. The game only lasts 30 minutes or so. Or actually probably 15 minutes, 10 to 15, depending on your player count. And it was one of those games that we always sat down and played 5 or 6 or 7 games of.
Yeah.
This actually adds a little bit more to it to where you play through a series of 5 games. And each time you win, you get these medals. And if you get enough medals, it'll give you promoted cards, which are special actions that only you can do. Which is really cool because one game you might be teamed up with me and have this really cool medic ability to bring you back to life. But then next game I'm not on your team, and I still have that ability. So it's a really interesting way to enhance the game without just adding a bunch more stuff.
Yep.
And I like the fact that it makes you can play this thing within an hour for sure.
Right. All 5 of the games, which you were going to play anyway. You were going to do that anyway. So why not?
Right, yeah. It's unlikely that people said, unless you just hate the game anyway, this is not going to make it better for you, by the way. If you don't like the game, I don't think this is going to fix it.
No.
I think some of the other expansions might fix it because it's going to enhance each play differently, right? This is going to add 5 games together and kind of enhance it over that course of the 5 games. But it's not dramatically changing things. I mean, it does in a way just by mechanics, but it's not adding a lot of new mechanics.
Yeah. This isn't one of my favorite games. It's not going to make any of my lists usually, but I do enjoy playing it regardless. And this does add to it, I think. So I'll give you, that's a good expansion. Definitely.
Cool.
All right. So my number 8 is a game that, is called Magic Rabbit. And this is a very small filler game. It is by Lumberjack Studio. And it's by a pack of designers, all with French names that I'm not going to attempt. My apologies. But the game itself was actually designed during a game design contest, and I believe it won the contest. But it's incredibly simple. You have 9 rabbits that are all going to be inside these 9 hats. You're a magician, and you're backstage before the show starts, and the rabbits have all gotten loose and they've gone crazy. And you have to get them in the right order. That's the premise of the game. And so you have face down the shuffled 9 rabbits, underneath face up the 9 hats. And then a certain number of hats are going to be covered by these doves. And on your turn, you can simply switch 2 hats without looking at them, or you can pick up a hat and a rabbit both together and look at the bottom so you see what the rabbit is that's under that hat. Or you can pick up a hat and a rabbit in one hand and a hat and a rabbit in the other hand and totally switch the two stacks. By the end of the game, which is only 2 minutes and 30 seconds long, you have to have all the rabbits under all the right hats. And so it's cooperative and you go around the table doing one thing and then the next person does one thing and one thing. And you're not able to tell someone this has this hat, this has this rabbit. So it's this crazy game. You have to go fast and you have to think what you need to do. At the end of your turn, you could move a dove if you want to. And you're going to have to in order to get things accomplished. But you're blocking somebody else maybe from doing what they were hoping to do later. And that's good enough. The game is good enough just like that. But then in the box, there are 3 envelopes. I've only opened one of the envelopes because what you do is you open an envelope once you've beaten the game in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And in that first envelope, there's 4 more ways to play the game.
Oh, that's really cool.
And you don't get to open the next envelope until you've won all 4 of those.
It's like legacy style.
It's a legacy style filler. It's amazing. Magic Rabbit. And, it had a US release, unfortunately, yet. I'm hoping it will. Everyone, try to make this happen because it's really cool. It's really cool as a filler, and as a small co-op.
I might write that one down real quick and get that.
Yeah. You'll have to go to one of these French, board game shops in order to get it, but I think it's worth it.
That's fair. Well, my number 7 doesn't have a US release either because it was a Kickstarter that we played. And technically this one says that it's coming out January, which is this month of 21.
Oh.
Because we played this really early on in 2020, and that is Planet Unknown.
Ah, yes.
This is by Adam's Apple Games, designed by Ryan Lambert and Adam Rayberg.
All right.
Artist is Yoma. Anyway, it's a tetromino or polyomino game or whatever, where there's like a kind of like a Lazy Susan out in the middle, and you're going to be getting those and kind of you're going to move the Lazy Susan however you want and like turn it.
Yep.
I can't think of the words here. You're going to turn this around, and it's going to be like each piece of the pie of this Lazy Susan is going to be facing a player.
Yes.
And then that's the pile they get to draft from, basically. Or not draft, but take the top tile.
Yeah, and there's
to your
2 in each of these pie sections. So you have a choice
there is 2.
Of one or the other in each pie section that faces you. Yeah.
Yes. And then you're going to take one of those and put it on your planet, which is basically terraforming the planet.
Right.
And there's some other stuff though. It is phenomenal. It is so far my favorite polyomino game that I can think of.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I'm looking really forward to this. Since we played it so early on in 2020, I decided to add it. On top of that, I don't think anything's really going to change. And the fact that it's coming out in January, even though it's a 2021 release, I feel like any digital games that you played in 2020 were released anyway because COVID.
Right. If they're on Tabletopia, they count.
Yeah, I mean, publishers are releasing games on Tabletopia far in advance of when it comes out physically.
Yes.
And it's, because of COVID and everybody being at home. So do you not count those? Do you count those?
Yeah.
I feel like we counted them.
I love it that they're doing that, and it gives us the chance to try them out on the Kickstarter before the Kickstarter even ends, usually.
Yeah. And I didn't pick any of the Kickstarters that would have been obvious. Like, this is going to go through a lot of changes by the time it comes out.
Yeah.
This one, I can't see it changing most of anything unless it's just component quality or maybe graphical.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they had all the different planets, which are the boards that you work with, and all the different companies, which are these tracks that you can fill up and get bonuses from. I think they had those all designed pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, I'm not going to complain about you having this on the 2020 list, even though it comes out in 2021, because I was really hoping you would mention it. And the reason I was hoping you would mention it, and the reason I'm so glad that you like it so much, is this was your Christmas present. I have one on the way for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, very excited. Thank you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew you like this one. So.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be great when it's actually in person. You get to turn little Lazy Susan. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's awesome.
Which makes it
thanks.
like kind of a simultaneous play kind of thing. You're always involved. Everyone is always, you're not waiting for your turn.
There is almost no downtime in this game, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. This one actually replaced Isle of Cats for me. And that's saying a lot.
Because it's cats.
That's right. So I gave Isle of Cats to Cat. And so
that's cool.
This one's coming, and this will be my game of this ilk. Yeah.
Nice.
And yours too now. So
sweet. I'm excited.
All right. I was hoping you'd mention it. All right. The next one is my number 7, and that is already been mentioned. It's Forgotten Waters.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, I absolutely agree with everything you said. Really enjoyed this one. Definitely belongs on this list. So we can just move right along.
Yeah, Forgotten Waters is definitely one I'm going to pick up as well.
Nice.
My next game, which is my number 6, is probably one of the games that you're going to say it comes out in 2019.
Uh-oh.
I think, maybe. And that is Nova Luna.
Oh, I actually don't know when this one technically came out.
On Board Game Geek, it says 2019.
Oh, then it doesn't count.
But I'm like, man, I don't remember that coming out in 2019. I'm pretty sure when I went to try to buy it, it came out in 2020. And so I looked, and the English only edition was released in 2020.
That happens a lot too. Games come out in Germany early. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a German English edition that came out in October of 2019. Okay. I'm assuming that was released at the Essen.
Yes.
So that was probably like a pre-release, and then they came out with the English edition later. Which, I mean, the game's language independent. It's not. The rule book is the only thing that requires you to read.
Exactly. So, yeah. I say it counts.
I say it counts too, because any game that comes out at Essen. First off, those are mostly pre-releases, so it's not technically out to the public. We're talking retail releases. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Essen they have a lot of demos and pre-release. That's true.
Right. So they might have 500 copies of this or 300 copies on hand at a convention, but they're not going to have like the retail release. So anyway, Nova Luna counts for me. It's a 2020 game as far as I'm concerned. And it's fantastic, man. This is such a cool little puzzle where you're trying to kind of like that. I guess it has a patchwork mechanism where there's a ring of tiles. The game isn't like polyomino or whatever.
Yeah.
This is actually like little tiles, and you're choosing one of the ones ahead of it, like so many spaces. It's been a while since I played it actually. And when you pick it, you put it in this grid, you build this tableau grid of cards in front of you, and you're trying to like suck up the color discs from the other cards. So
yeah, it's that's not.
I'm not like sucking them up,
but but yeah, it is tremendous. It is.
I said you're trying to suck up the disc. What I meant was when you make different sets or patterns or whatever of these different, like your card might say you need like 3 blue or whatever. Yes. And as long as you do that, then you get to put a disc on that space to fill in that requirement.
And it's a race to get rid of your discs.
Yes.
Yeah. And
that's much better to say. It is a better way to say it.
It is a clever mechanism and a very light, easygoing, fun to play game. Yeah.
Light as far as rules, not light as far as what you're doing.
Yeah. As far as being good at the game. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I agree. And it's fun. It's really nice.
I forgot to mention the U.S. release of this is in Stronghold Games. It is designed by Uwe Rosenberg. And is it Corne von Morsel?
Yes.
And artist is Lucas Seigmon.
Yeah, that's a great shout. Again, a short list game for me. Really enjoyed it this year.
Sweet.
Okay, moving to my number 6. Okay, which I need to locate. Here it is. It is The Loop. And this is a game that is a co-op game. And it has a very strong Saturday morning cartoon kind of vibe, as you may be able to tell.
It looks like an evil villain from, I get like Johnny, what's it called?
One of those cartoons anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really what they're going for. This is the evil Dr. Fu that you're up against. And the evil Dr. Fu is going around and changing the time continuum, right? So I should say first that the game is by Catch Up Games, and the designers are Maxime Rambourg and Theo Revere. Anyway, again, French. And the game has this device that you put in the center of an octagon, essentially. And the device, when you drop cubes into it, can spit them out in one of three directions, either straight ahead or to one of the pieces on either side of where it's facing. And so that's Dr. Fu in his machine, and he's trying to mess up the vortex of time, or turn time into a vortex. And if he's able to do that in 4 out of the 8 spots, you've lost the game. And the way he does it is by sending out clones of himself first, and then he throws these sort of vortex crystals or whatever they are out of his machine. So you have to keep the clones in check, because if you don't, you throw more and more cubes into the machine for every clone that's out there that he's facing. And there's a deck of cards that says where he's going to turn each round that the game goes on. And the most clever thing about the game as a co-op that I love is you have a deck of cards that you can build by ending your turn at various spots around the octagon. If there's a card that's been placed out there and you end your turn there, you can take that card into your deck. So you're deck building. And each card has a symbol on it. And if you have that symbol and you have an energy cube from the board that you can collect, you can spend the energy to do a time loop, and then you tap your card by using it. If you spend a time loop crystal, whatever, you can untap it and just do it again. But when you do that, you get to untap all the cards with the same symbol together. So if you had multiple of the same, all of a sudden you get a bunch more actions to do.
It's like combos.
It's so combo-tastic, this game. And when you do a time loop, you could do the same time loop again if you spend an extra amount of energy. And then if you spend even more, you could do the same time loop over and over. And pretty soon, by the end of the game, you're having these incredible turns where you really feel like a hero saving the timescape. You know, it's
good, because I always feel like some of these superhero games, you're not doing as much as you could.
Yeah.
Like, I always felt like that about Sentinels of the Multiverse. It's like, bam, one card.
Well, yeah, that's it.
I'm a hero.
Yeah, but this one, you feel clever. You feel like, I did this to do this other thing that let me do these other things. And it's like, I did a thing there. I had some purpose to what I was doing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
I like it.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out.
The Loop.
My next one is not really a cheat, because we played it literally, the first day of January, and that's Calico. I'm going to pretend I guess it's a 2020 release. Originally, when we did this list, it was going to be like games we played in 2020. Yeah. Technically, I played this in 21.
But it's from 2020. It counts. Absolutely.
It is a 2020 release. This is designer Kevin Russ. Artist is Beth Sobel, and it's published by Flat Out Games, I guess. Is that correct?
Oh gosh.
Let's see. Yep. Lucky Duck Games. AEG. I don't know.
Yep.
It's depending on the country. Obviously, I played this on Tabletop Simulator, so I don't have the actual box that was released here. But either way, Calico is
tremendous.
One of the games that actually took me by surprise, because I didn't think it would be that thinky. And it is crazy thinky.
Oh, yeah.
Because on your turn, you kind of have these, is it 2? You have 2 tiles, right?
You get 2 in your hand.
Yeah. You get 2 in your hand. You have to play one in one of the empty hexes on your board. And then you have to replace it with one of the 3 that's up on the display. And then the far right one will die. And then another, 2 more will come out. So the next player is going to have like a different things to pick from. Not that you care. You're just really focused on what you're going to do with your tiles at that point.
Yeah.
But at the beginning of the game, you have these like pattern tiles that you place on like 3 spaces of your board. And basically what it says is, around this tile, the hexes have to be in this sort of pattern, like A, B, B, C, D. So you have to have, each of these tiles are one of 6 patterns and one of 6 colors. So you might have a pink tile that's polka dots. or you might have a blue tile with lines, or you could have a light blue tile with lines, you know?
Yeah.
So you have to think about that. And it's just crazy because each of those tiles, you can meet 2 requirements. You can meet the A, B, B, C, D, or whatever the combination is once or twice, because you can meet it with colors and the patterns and get double the points, or not double the points, but you'll get an escalated points for it.
Yeah. Oh, it's so tricky.
Heightened points. Yeah. And then on top of that, there's these cats throughout, and they want specific patterns of tiles to be out on the board.
Yeah.
And then if you collect certain colors together or connect certain colors together in a 3 or more thing, you get these buttons that give you extra points.
Yep.
Oh, it's crazy good.
The whole package is just gorgeous. The cats are lovely. It is
fantastic.
The colors are bright and lovely, and it's so simple to play. You just put out a thing and take a thing, but oh man, there's so much going on in your brain.
That is literally the rules. You play a tile and take a tile.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Other than knowing your pattern tiles and like understanding what it says, that's all you really need to know to play the game. It really, I mean, you're going to do bad if you don't know the rest of the rules, but
yeah, because these patterns that you have to build to get points on your board, they are close enough to each other that some of their hexes are shared between the 2 of them. So not only are you thinking, what does this thing need? And am I doing it for patterns? Am I doing it for colors? But oh, hang on, it also has to fit what this other one needs and its patterns and its colors. And you're doing that in 3 different places on the board also while you're trying to attract cats. And it's 10 things to think about.
Yep.
Oh, it's great. It's so good.
I'm going to be buying this one. I actually put this one ahead of Nova Luna because I actually liked it a little bit better.
Yeah. This one will come up again.
Fair enough. All right, let's go to you then.
So I'll definitely talk about it more. But my next one is the number 5, and my number 5 is Endangered. And this is a co-op game where you have several different animal types in the box, and you are placing dice as workers to get things done to keep these animals from dangers environmentally on the board, and then also to get them together to breed. And at the same time, you're also placing dice to influence the politicians in a number of countries, because you have to get a certain number of countries' stipulations satisfied before they will vote in order to protect that creature. And that's your ultimate goal. And it's a lot going on. And I love the theme. I love all the different animals and how they work differently, and the die placement rules that are part of the game. You have to place a value that is, now I can't remember if it's higher or lower than what's already out there. But anyway, there are constraints on you based on what other people do. So you really have to work as a team. And as a co-op, this one is just lovely.
That's fantastic. I missed out on this one.
I should mention the designer is Joe Hopkins, and the publisher is Grand Gamers Guild as well. But yeah, this one, love this one. This one has an expansion coming out this year, I believe.
You know, side note, Grand Gamers Guild is a company to walk out for, man. They publish a lot of good games.
Yeah, I love this one just so much, but I'm not familiar with their other ones, I don't think.
Well, they have an Endeavor, which is really good.
Oh, that's these guys. Okay.
Yeah, and they also have, what was that one? It's a little card game, the Stroop Effect. The card game's called Stroop.
Oh, right. Where you have the word and the color, and it's yes. different than what it says in the color and what it is. Yeah. Phenomenal little card game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It messes with you. I mean, you're going to rage quit that. It's great. That is a game I always said that should be in mass market, and I don't know why it isn't. Because it is straight up a mass market style game. Like, even the look and feel is, it's got like this sequence style of art. Not really, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of just basic.
Right.
But it really fits the game. Oh, man.
And everyone has that effect. Everyone feels that effect. So why not? Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely a game you should check out. But this one sounds really cool as well.
Yeah. No, this one is great. Did you play this one with us where we were protecting the tigers?
No, I missed out. I can't remember. You played it online though, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
I have the physical copy now. It did come out this year, 2020. But
that might have been literally the only online gaming session I missed with everyone this entire year.
Oh, well, you missed a good one.
It's either that or I showed up late. It might have been that.
This one would make your list, I bet.
Yeah, because I think I did show up that night. I just had to get on like at 11.
Gotcha.
So,
yep.
My number 4 is another Kickstarter game that we played, which is, it's coming out in 2021. I don't know when, but we did play it early on. And this game is fantastic as well. And that is Bullet Heart. This game is so good.
I thought you would put this on. It is technically 2021, so I did not.
It is. Okay, here's what I'll say. Planet Unknown, we played it so far back in 2020, and I saw that it was being supposedly released in January. You can cut that one slack. This one, you probably can't cut it slack, but I don't really care. Because I really don't know when it's actually coming out. Let's, Bullet Heart Kickstarter. I wonder if it says when the fulfillment date is on there. Because if it says January, I'm good.
It's a good question. This one, we had a great time with this one. I would have put it on my list if it had not been 2021.
All right, so it's kind of a cheat, but it says 21 February.
Okay.
Projected.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But this is designed by Joshua Von Lanningham, a ton of artists, and it's level 99 games. This literally replaces Quacks of Quedlinburg for me.
Oh, yeah.
I know they are different, but they do scratch the same itch, I think. And this is phenomenal. It has that, forgive the language, but the bullet hell type gameplay.
Yep.
If you're familiar with what bullet hell is, it's on video games where you're flying like spaceships, and it's kind of like a top-down view or a profile view, like Gradius and Life Force and 1942, all those games.
Yep.
But there's just tons of bullets coming at you, and it's really hard to dodge them. More like Ikaruga. Jumping down into the obscure at that point. Mars Matrix, what's up? If you like Dreamcast. Anyway, Bullet Heart basically simulates that to a degree, but you're pulling out these, it's like a real-time game too. So you say go, and everybody starts pulling out of their bag all these different colored bullets.
Yeah.
And they come down different, each of the tracks on your board, you have a blue track, a red track, green track, whatever, yellow track. And if you pull out a yellow 3, it goes 3 from the top. But if you pull out a yellow 4, it's going to skip over any yellow bullets in that track. But you can stop because your actions are basically draw a thing from the bag or play one of your cards or complete one of your patterns. It has this Tash Kalar style kind of like pattern thing.
Yes.
Where it's like you have these pattern cards in your hand, and if you set up that pattern, like you need 2 bullets here and a green one here and a level 3 or higher bullet here. And if you pull that off, then you can play that pattern card and wipe out stuff. And everything that you're wiping out goes to the incoming section of the player to your left, who is going to put that in their bag on the next round.
Right.
So whenever you pull out all your bullets and stuff, then you're like, I'm done for the round. I grab one of these cool power-ups. So that's kind of a first come, first serve. I don't think it's really necessary. And as a matter of fact, the game is also timed. There's a timer. We never play with that.
No, it's totally unnecessary. My God, it's hard enough without that.
It is already hard enough because when the timer ends, like stops, I think it's like 5 minutes or 7 minutes or something. Or maybe it's 3 minutes. I think it's like super fast. Whenever the timer ends up, the only action you can do is pull bullets out of your bag. So you can get player elimination, but the game is only like a 25-minute game, maybe. So
yeah. Oh, this
phenomenal.
One is tremendous. I won't say it replaces Quacks for me. I think I have place in my collection for both, but I think that this one is going to be on the 2021 list for me. No question.
Yeah.
And
we'll come back to it, I guess, like in next year. But
yeah, I will for sure. I really had a good time with this. I'm terrible at it, but I still don't care. It's great. Yeah.
All right. So that was my cheat entry if you don't count Planet Unknown. But
fair enough. So my number 4 is going to be The Lost Ruins of Arnak. This is a game that is by Czech Games Edition, and the designers are Elwin and Min. And this is my pick for the Euro of the year. This is the sort of a heavier worker placement, turn stuff into other stuff kind of game. And it's the best of the crop for me, which is why it makes my list. It's long. It is, like I say, slightly heavier than a lot of other things on my list, but it is the best of the Euros.
And we'll talk about it again.
Okay. Nice.
My number 3 is The Court of Miracles.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't even bring this one up, but the Court of Miracles, this is actually the second edition of the game. Apparently, a company came out with it. And I believe that I'm looking up the publisher here. Lucky Duck Games ended up getting the publishing rights, made a second edition of the game and published it. This is designed by Vincent Bruges and Guillaume Goutrand. I don't know why I even continue to do this. I'm sorry, people that make games. And this game is a very interesting game because you have these different rogue tokens that have different powers, and there's like these 5 districts of the city, and each one has these 3 action spaces, and you're going to take one of your rogues and put it on one of these spaces, do what the action is, usually just get money or draw a card. And then you can also employ the neighborhood bonus of that district. Whoever owns that, though, also gets a bonus of getting some money. And once a district fills up with the 3 action spaces, then there's like a fight, little tiff that happens, and you're going to reveal, because these rogue tokens you're putting out are actually like a wooden token that you put one of your little chits, your little cardboard chits on top. So it's like my blue token's there, but you don't know what type of token I put there. And once everybody flips them over, then you're going to compare strength. Whoever has the highest wins. There's some tiebreaker stuff or whatnot, but there's some cool stuff because like you put a guy down and it's like a beggar. So even though you don't win, you steal money from the winner. The whole game is about getting your 6, I think they're called reputation or influence tokens out. And once you do that, you win the game. But the ones that go on these district bonuses can be pushed back to you. There's another section where you can permanently get rid of them, but it's much harder because you have to spend a ton of gold. Fantastic game.
Oh,
This is very good.
I absolutely would have this on my list. It would have kicked something else off if it wasn't technically a 2019 game.
Yeah, here's the only reason I didn't count it, because I looked, right? And the reason I didn't count it is because I actually waited for the release on Miniature Market because it was for pre-order.
Ah, okay.
And this one came out in November of 2020. The first edition by Lumberjack Studios says it was released, but doesn't say when, in 2019. But I'm pretty sure that was such a small release that I don't even count it.
Okay. Lumberjack Studios, they did The Loop, didn't they? I'm getting impressed with these guys. So yeah, that one, The Court of Miracles, tremendous. It's my favorite of those. I've got a worker who has a secret value on them. Put them down and do a thing.
Yep.
Loved it. Yeah.
And it is much easier to play in person than it is to play on Tabletopia.
That's true.
Tabletopia looks good, but when you pick up stuff, you're picking up your little marker instead of the actual wooden piece.
Right. There's pieces that sit inside other pieces, and that's just a bit tricky with the physics that's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did get this to the table physically. Awesome. And it has one of my favorite boards ever because it's not just a square or a rectangle.
Yeah.
It's like cut out in this crazy shape of, picture a city that you're looking at, airplane view from the top down, but then all the buildings kind of protrude out like vanishing point style away from you on all directions.
Yeah, it is.
You just have to check out pictures of it. It's very, very cool looking.
The art is tremendous. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my number 3.
Oh, yeah. Big time agree with you there. All right. So my number 3 is going to be The Search for Planet X. This is by Foxtrot Games and Renegade Game Studios as well. The designers are Matthew O'Malley and Ben Rossett. Not necessarily for these guys, but I was just thinking, we've been struggling with these names, right? I think BGG could really just add, why not have a way to put, like a phonetic pronunciation?
Have like a little like a speaker that you click and it just says it for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they want to get that fancy, but maybe just type out the phonetic pronunciation or something. I don't know. BGG should think about this. But Search for Planet X made it to my number 3 because it is the top deduction game of the year. Last year, the top deduction game was Awkward Guests. It's still hard to beat, but Planet X has an app that you use. So there's no way that you can make a mistake in terms of telling people information. You don't have to do that. and the amount of thinking and logical deduction that you have to do during the game, and the theme of it, both sort of combine to really make it a very satisfying play experience. You are in control of how much searching you do and how much time it takes you to do the searching. And so there's all kinds of decision points during the game. And
you said this is co-op, right?
No, you're up against the other guys. You can do it co-op.
Sweet.
You can do it co-op. You can play it solo as well. But it is just, lovely deduction.
Do you own this one or did you play it online too?
No, I own this one.
Oh man. Yeah. Cause I've seen it on lists and stuff from other people and I looked into it and I was like, man, this looks great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it is great. I had a hard time thinking about, where to put this on my list and it might have gotten higher, honestly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Except the next ones are better. No.
Yep.
Well, my number 2 you've mentioned, and that is Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Oh, number 2.
Arnak.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal. Oh man, I'm so glad that we got it to the table and then we played it digitally as well. Oh my God. It's phenomenal. It's like this quasi deck builder, I guess, even though the deck builder's it's strong. I mean, obviously it's what you're doing, but it's not as strong as like playing Ascension or something.
That's true. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I didn't say anything about the deck building, but yeah, that's a huge aspect to it.
It's a huge aspect. I really love the way they do it too, because as you get new cards, they go underneath your deck. And so you're guaranteed that you're going to get those cards next round. Well, I mean, unless your deck gets really huge, but you're guaranteed to get it and there's no discard pile. So at the end of the round, right, the round ends when everybody passes. So on your turn, you take an action. It's kind of got this Imperial Settlers or Everdell style of I do something. You're kind of like doing something to get resources, to trade them in for different resources, to maybe go spend them to get victory points.
Yes.
But you only do one quick thing, and then it's the next person's turn to do a quick thing, and you keep going and round and round and round until somebody passes. Then you skip them, and once everybody passes, that round ends.
Right, so you're doing a lot, and you keep a lot of activity during the game. Even though it's a long game, you don't feel like there's time passing very much.
And it's very likely this will be officially a review from us next episode, or maybe the one after that. Because Matt actually played this with us, and I'm going to try to coerce him to be on the next episode, so it'll be a good time since all three of us had played it.
That'd be great, yeah.
But yeah, fantastic game. We'll talk more about it next episode, but it's high up on my list, so you can already tell what's going to happen on the actual review.
Matt better like it.
He won.
Oh, so. Okay.
Top 10.
Ah, well, that makes 2 of us that have beaten Tim at this game so far.
Thanks.
All right. So my number 2 is going to be Rosetta, the Lost Language. And this
wow, that made it so high.
It almost, like, I was struggling with where to put it. It could have been number 1, honestly, because this is my game. Like, this game speaks to me in so many levels. Oh God. You're making up a language as you play the game or literally while you're playing the game, and other players are trying to guess the meaning of symbols, and the symbols are on these cards. And so you pass them a card, and then they have to determine what this is going to say. And you pass them a card that shows where that set of runes was found. And that's all they get. And so then they're making guesses about what the meaning could be. And when they give you a guess, you have to give them what that would look like in the language. And there's so many ways that you can use that interaction to give them clues, to direct them the way that you want them to go. But you still have to be logical and have the language cohere and make sense as you play it. And that challenge is one that I love so much. This could have easily been my number 1.
Oh yeah, it's very good. This is one I will pick up.
Nice.
It very, like, I guess, small studio, right?
Yes, a tiny studio, tiny package, tiny game. Yeah, but fantastic.
That's awesome. I've got one honorable mention that we're going to go into before we do our number 1. My honorable mention is a 2020 release, and it's Fossilis. The reason I put it on as a honorable mention is because it's not that we played the game wrong rules wise, but we played the game wrong strategy wise, like literally all of us.
That is absolutely true.
So we drug the game out super long, and I was like, what is happening? And I start looking stuff up, and the very last couple turns, look, we play a lot of games. It is very odd that all of us were like, let's just not do the thing. We were trying to complete. Basically, Fossilis is a game where you have this like grid that you shuffle up all these like plastic bones of dinosaurs and throw them in all these slots randomly.
Yep.
It's kind of like a boggle system where you put the cover on and shuffle it up, right?
Yeah. It's clever how they do it.
It is really clever. Yeah. And then you shove this cardboard in it and you stack tiles on top of that. And then you pull the cardboard off and all the tiles fall into place over top all these holes.
Yeah.
So you don't know where the bones are, but they're in there.
They're literally buried. Yeah.
They are buried. And so your actions are like walk around and move tiles around and remove them and things like that. But you're trying to get these bones because you can also get dinosaurs that you will try to reconstruct, I guess, with their bones. And you have to have certain bones to do so. And we forgot that you can basically complete the card without it being finished. But if you finish it, you get a completion bonus, essentially.
Yeah, and we just went for all the bones all the time.
Yeah, and it just took forever. There's a timer to the game. It's kind of built into it, as you do actions or whatever. But the way we were doing it just drug it out. And then, like, literally the last round of the game, because I think you play through, like, kind of like a 4 phases of the game. Eric was, like, completed a couple or whatever without doing it or something. And they were like, wait a minute, we can complete it. Like, yeah. we went over these rules. We all knew. And then it just like never dawned on us that it's a good strategy to just not complete a lot of dinosaurs.
Hilarious.
Right. Because the dinosaurs have these colors on them, like the little symbols or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you get sets of those and whatever, the most of each one, you get bonus points at the end of the game. So having a lot of dinosaur cards, even though you didn't get the full completed bonus for all the bones, you still get all the symbols regardless.
Right. Which was huge.
It's huge. Yeah. So this is definitely a game I need to revisit. Yeah. And I would think it would be pretty high on the list. I'm not sure it would bump anything off of this one, but it's definitely worth mentioning.
Yeah, I think so too. And having mentioned it now, I wish I would have thought of that one because it might have bumped some things off this list. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think that one's a very, very good entry for the year. And it does thematically make sense. You don't usually they don't usually find whole skeletons anyway. They have one tiny bone and then they draw this entire dinosaur around it.
Yeah, exactly.
but it's a great game as far as a surprise for me for the year because I thought I wouldn't enjoy it and I didn't back it on the Kickstarter because I thought that it would be tedious or I don't know what I thought, but actually playing it, I liked it. I really like that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it out again.
Yeah, that's a good shout for the honorable mention for sure. My honorable mention, I thought about just picking something that wasn't from this year because I've played so much of it, and that's Llama, the party game. And I play that every single night with my family. And then I thought about, well, I'll pick this other game, which is kind of a simple party-ish game that it doesn't come from this year, but you gave it to me this year, which was Typo. And Typo is basically 6 Nymphed, but with letters and forming words, and I love it. It replaces 6 Nymph for me in terms of what I would rather play at any moment. And neither of those ultimately are actually from 2020, so I just wanted to mention them. But the pick that I will go with that is from 2020 is also a party game, and it's Hues and Cues.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Hues and Cues is a game where you have a card that has 4 colors on it of different kinds. And so you have this board on the table, which has every swatch of color on it and a grid A through M or whatever. And then over to, 40 or I don't even know, but it's a lot of colors. And so you secretly pick a color and give a clue to everybody. Like you could say sunshine and you think, well, that's easy, And then everyone puts down their token where they think that color is, what best matches your idea of sunshine. So it's kind of Dixit-like in a way. And then you could give another clue that's 2 more words, and it might be, bus, or,
burnt bus.
Burnt bus. Yeah. Because the
so
idea that
like
you
a darker
had
orange
for the sun was darker than where everybody placed. So you're trying to give them that information. Yeah. And then you get points if people are close to it or whatever, sort of just Dixit scoring. It's really fun. It's a very easy party game that anyone can understand. And I actually played this during, the sort of friend convention that I had, and the person who won the game was colorblind. And I said, well, hang on. What just happened? You blew us away. How did you win this game? I thought you just said you were colorblind. We didn't know that while we were playing. And my first reaction was, I'm sorry. I didn't realize when I was thinking about it. I didn't even ask if anyone was colorblind. And he said, you know what? It doesn't matter that I'm colorblind. This has every color. So the way that I see a school bus is on here. Do you know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah.
So it actually,
because you're not confusing like green and blue or whatever the color associations are with the colorblind, but yeah, you're just like, oh, yep, that's what I think a bus looks like.
And he was better at it than any of the rest of us. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Oh, it was good. Good game.
Yeah, we had talked about when we were playing it online how colorblind, because like the one we were playing is like a generic put together tabletop one, so like the cards didn't match the squares on the board.
Yeah. Oh, and that's another issue because we were playing online as well for this convention, and so one person had like a color corrected professional monitor, and then the rest of us have whatever. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
What color do you think water is? No.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Nice. All right, we time for our number ones.
Yeah.
All right. You got any guesses? You want to guess what mine is real quick?
Oh man, I would have said Lost Ruins of Arnak. That was going to be my guess for your number one. So I'm going to have to. Oh man.
Once I tell you, you'll realize it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. It is Ikayon.
Oh man, I should have thought of that. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this game, fantastic. I am absolutely looking for a copy of this, and I really passed up on one. I'm kicking myself.
Oh no.
Lost Ruins of Arnak in Ikayon. This was a gamble, or not a gamble, but a competitive, fist fight to get into the number one spot.
Okay.
The only reason I think Lost Ruins of Arnak lost and went to place 2 is simply because I think that Lost Ruins of Arnak will be fun for a dozen plays, and then it's going to kind of lose its luster.
It's going to get samey.
And I'm not saying that Ikayon wouldn't be like that either, but it's such a longer and more epic game that I'm not going to like Lost Ruins of Arnak. I could literally just say, you want to play it? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's put it on the table. Let's do it. Ikayon's like, I really like this game and it's my number one, but I'm really tired.
And do I have an hour to teach it? Yeah.
It's like a lot to teach. It's a lot to play. It's a lot to go through. It's like exhausting to do. Yeah. And it's a really good experience. It's awesome. Lost Ruins and Arnak is just kind of like just bam, bam, put it on the table. Let's play it.
Right. So this is more of an event game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you want to plan to play this, where Lost Ruins of Arnak, even though it's a little longer, if you have 3 hours, it's not as exhausting when you're done.
Yep.
So, but Ikayon is just phenomenal. I'm really looking forward to playing it physically, but even the done version on Tabletop Simulator is very, very good. It's using all the same models and everything. I can't remember 100% if it's an official Kickstarter one or not, but it basically should be, because it's using high quality artwork and everything and 3D models that replicate.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's such a good game. The only reason I thought you might think of this is because it did make my top 10 games.
I should have thought of it. Honestly.
No, we did our top 20. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was on my top 20.
I really should have thought of it. Yeah. Couldn't in the moment.
That's fair.
But no, it doesn't surprise me at all now that you say it. And I remember how much you enjoyed the game as we were playing it. So,
so good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had a good time with the game as well, even though it's not really my thing, but I really did enjoy that game.
And just to give a shout out here, it is by publisher Tabula Games. Artist is Travis Anderson. Designer is Martino Chiachiria and Marta. You know what? Check it out on Board Game Geek.
Yep. Get those phonetic things added, BGG. So I have a different take on the number one game. You went with a number one game that is like this big epic experience that takes forever to teach and it takes forever to play and really draws you in and really has it's a very deep game experience. And my number one, I went with something that is easy to teach. Everyone can play just about. And I personally think this is the 2020 game of the year. I'm going to call it right now. And it's Calico.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Calico, is just, it's phenomenal. It's perfect. The game is like the perfect length. It's the perfect amount of thought. It's the perfect amount of complexity. It's just, you can play it with family. You can play it with gamers. It is just the Azul or Wingspan or whatever you want to say of this year. It's going to be game of the year.
Fantastic. Yeah, I like that. It's such a good game.
Yeah.
And who doesn't like cats? Oh, I mean, some people don't. But.
Some people don't. But do they like putting patterns together and getting points? I don't know.
Yeah, if you like strategy games, this is definitely one you should get.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of a puzzle game. And they have another game. They have another game coming out, that is going to be coming out in 2021, I believe, that is called Cascadia. And it's the same kind of puzzliness where you're going to be making a landscape of hexes and placing on that landscape various animal meeples. And you have to take the hex and the animal together when you draw, when you select it. So it's going to be the same sort of puzzly. Can you put the animals together to get points? Can you put the hexes together to get points? Can you do both together? It's going to be amazing. Cascadia.
It looks cool, although I will say I do not like that cover.
No?
No, I mean, look at Calico. It's so great. It's like vibrant art and everything.
Yes.
The Cascadia looks kind of dull.
Oh, okay.
As just a deer.
Well, I mean, if you like deer.
But I mean, like the games we play, that's nothing. It's like all brown Euro.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with you. I think the Cascadia cover is fine, but it's not.
I meant compared to Calico.
Yes, it's not as right. There's something about the white background and the cat just jumping out at you. Yeah.
Yeah, really good art.
Yep.
All right, well, we got a few more minutes here, so let's do a couple of real quick things if everyone wants to stay around with us. We're going to go over our top games that are 2020 releases that we want to play but did not get to the table or virtual table.
Such a rough year.
I'm just going to quickly go through mine. I'm not going to really explain the games. I'm just going to say them.
Right.
My number 5 is Sonora. It's a game I saw a long time ago. This is a Panasaurus game, and it's a flick and write, basically, where you're flicking tiles and then recording them or whatever.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of a quote unquote roll and write with dexterity elements. It just sounded really cool. My number 4 is Under Falling Skies. I do own a copy of this. I have yet to get it to the table, even though it's a solo game.
What?
So I have no one to blame. It's just the holidays has really kind of messed me up a little bit on, it's either edit podcast or, play a solo game.
Is that it's a legacy style game? Do you open envelopes and do different things? I don't even know.
Yes and no. There's packages in the game.
Okay.
That you'll rip off the band and then you'll unfold it and get all the boards and stuff.
Yeah.
So yes, there is. It's not like you're opening a box that you don't know what's in it.
Okay.
If you're curious, though, if you check out our MeepleCore Instagram, I did an unboxing video of the demo version of the game, which has no spoilers at all.
Okay.
They sent me 2 copies. They sent me the main game and a demo copy. And the demo copy has all the art for all the expansions or the legacy stuff blurred out.
Nice.
That's cool. I kind of think it's a waste of money in some ways. I could see like the idea is, I'm going to eventually give this to a game store, or like an event group or something where other people can play it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a demo. So you can play the main game, but you can't really experience the legacy content because it's all blurred out.
Okay.
But for photography and video and unboxings and stuff, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, really, really looking forward to that. My number 3 is a game that basically I haven't played because it's not on Tabletop Simulator yet, but it's Prega Caput Regni. Mm-hmm. It's a phenomenal, epic, like Euro looking game. All this stuff is going on. I mean, you just got to look at it. It's Prega, new word, Caput, and the third word is Regni.
Yeah.
So just look it up, and it's fantastic looking. I'm looking really forward to it. My number 2 is Tidal Blades. I've been wanting to play this for a long time. I really thought about kickstarting it, but I just, at a time when I didn't kickstart anything. Actually, I'm still like that. I just kickstarted Ascension Tactics randomly.
I think you're going to find that you're going to be glad that you didn't kickstart it, but that's just
That
me.
is kind of what I am hearing, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I really like the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
The artwork is phenomenal. I love that style of art.
Yeah.
Like video game artwork.
Yeah. Maybe do the role-playing game.
Right, yeah. Is there a role-playing game coming out?
Yeah, they're coming out with one, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
In my number 1 is Bonfire, which is a Stefan Feld game. I really think this would have made my list.
Oh, okay.
No?
I'm surprised. I really am.
What? My favorite designer is Stefan Feld. What are you talking about? Of course that would be on my list. When I get a copy of it, I'll play it and come back.
Sounds good. Yeah. All right. Well, that's interesting. Like none of yours were on mine, I think.
Oh yeah.
One, but yeah, it's okay. So I'll go through mine as fast as I can. I have Dwellings of Eldervale. I've heard so many good things about it. I don't really think it's going to be the kind of game for me, to be honest, but I'm curious to try it out. Regardless, just because of all the good buzz around it.
It looks really good.
Yeah, that's my number 10. My number 9 is Pandemic Legacy Season 0. I really enjoyed the first Pandemic Legacy. I've not been able to get through the Pandemic Legacy Season 2 yet. So that's a shame, but this is next on my list.
That's not actually like COVID.
No, it's actually,
we're living that. We're living that.
We are. Yeah, there's no reason to play this. You're right. So, okay. My next one is, if I can find the picture for it. There it is. My next one is Dune Imperium. This is Dune obviously is, that's a great game just in and of itself. The original Dune. And so this is a deck building version of it. I think that'll be really interesting.
And honestly, we would have played this last gaming night if it wasn't 4 players.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I was all about reading it, and then I changed it and read that New York Zoo game.
We do have 5 in our group most of the time. And so that lends certain play styles and keeps us from playing certain things. That's very true. In fact, I don't know. Is this one 4-player? The next one is Fallout Shelter, the board game.
Have you ever played the app?
No. I'm not in the computer game at all, but I've heard they've come out with a co-op version of this, and I've heard really good things about the board game itself, so I'm very curious about it.
Sweet.
Yeah. And then I've got the next one here. Maybe I can't even find it, but I'll say what it is, even though I can't find the picture. Here it is New York Zoo. And I put this on the list because we kind of played it, but
my bad.
Definitely played it wrong. And I really want to give it another chance.
I didn't play it wrong.
I definitely played it wrong. So I think it could be a game that I would really like. So I'm willing to give it another shot.
We basically fast tracked reading the rules right before we played. And yes. I missed the part where when you got new animals, you can also put them on polyominoes that were empty.
It's surprising how complicated certain placement rules are.
Yeah.
In that game. And so it seems like it should be simple and very straightforward. And it just, in the end, it didn't turn out that way. But I think once we play it again, we really get a handle on it. I think I'll really enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
So then my number 5 is a game called Sacred Rites. And this is by that same little studio that did Rosetta, the Lost Language, which I love so much. And this is a party game where you are members of a sacred, of a cult, let's just say. And you have, you have a ritual that you're doing, and everybody knows the ritual except one person. So it's one of those kind of games, and I love those.
Gotcha.
Like fake artists in New York, that kind of thing. I think it's going to be brilliant. And then my number 4 is a game that I've had sitting on my shelf for so long. And because we always play Llama, I never get to play it with my family because everyone gets, exhausted and they're done and I'm, never get a chance. But it's Bees, which is by the same company that did Azul. I think it's going to be, maybe it'll be great. Maybe it'll compete with Calico's for the family game of the year. Who knows? But I never had a chance to play it.
I'm guessing, because you have something else you're going to go over. I'm guessing it's going to be on that list. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it might be right here. It is a game that I still haven't had a chance to get to the table with my mom, and that is Mariposas, which is by the same person who did Wingspan.
Gotcha.
And Butterflies, lovely. Is that the one you were thinking?
No, what I meant was you're going to go over... You're going to do that other top 10 list thing that you're talking about?
I've got a couple other lists I'll go through quickly. Yeah. Okay. This one, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this one. This one should be arriving any day now. It is a very small game that is still social deduction. Even for 3 people, social deduction game. Uses an app. Houston, we have a dolphin.
That name.
Yeah. So you've got this dolphin that has gotten aboard your spaceship somehow and wants to flood it with water and kill everybody, obviously. But yeah, it's just ridiculous, but it's going to be amazing as a game. So that one I'm super looking forward to for a social deduction on a very small scale. And then the one that is top of my want to play hasn't arrived yet. I just wrote an email to the company wondering where it is my deluxe version of Honey Buzz. And Bees. Yep. I think it's going to be just a brilliant game where you place these hexagons and you have to place them in circles and leave the center unfilled so that determines what kind of flower honey you can make. And then you're going out looking for the flowers, and it's got so much going on, worker placement as well as manipulating the price of the money, which I don't even usually like those kind of games, but I think this is going to be my economic game. Cannot wait.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. So those are my anticipated, wished I could have played. Still haven't played. What a year.
Yeah. It's been a crazy year.
Ugh.
And did you have one other list to go over? You said it's,
I do. I have another, short list that is, the expansions that came out. I didn't include expansions on my list, but there are some really notable expansions that came out in 2020 that we can just mention super quick, which is one is Root. Came out with the Underworld expansion. So it came out with the moles and the I guess it was crows or something. I don't know how they're the Underworld. But anyway, this really changed the way Root played in several different ways, and I really enjoyed playing the moles. Another one is an expansion for a game that I've enjoyed for a long time. And I don't think I have a picture for it, strangely, but it is Shadow Rift Boomtown. So Shadow Rift, I've always enjoyed that game, and I've gotten every expansion. The one that came out in 2020 was Boomtown. Next is an expansion that's kind of an expansion, but really it's a game that was redone in a shorter way, and that is Detective Modern Crime Game Season 1. And so you and I have played the Detective, like the regular season, and it's a very long, all-night kind of game, which is
very long game,
but it's amazing. And this one is one that I can play with my parents, and it's just
it should be called
an hour.
Detective Job Simulator.
It should, but this one is a kinder, quicker version, and so I can play this with my family. We have a great time in an hour and a half or something.
Nice.
Yeah, and considering how this game has been received, 2020, you can't go without mentioning Wingspan Oceania expansion. That is a way that the game itself, several small flaws that the game had, I think are fixed now. One of them being the rush for eggs at the end of the game. This fixes that. So that is spectacular just in and of itself, but it also adds some other things to the game. Definitely check it out. And then one of my favorite games has an expansion that came out in 2020, and it is Detective City of Angels Smoke and Mirrors. So anytime something comes out for City of Angels, it's going to make the top of my list.
You're on it.
Yeah.
It's there.
Oh, yeah. Love this game. And
Great game.
So glad it came out with an expansion in 2020. And please come out with another in 2021. Just keep doing it.
More content, the better.
Yeah. Van Ryder games, please. Yeah. So good. If we want, I don't know how are we doing on time there? Because
you know what? It's whatever.
I don't have pictures.
I think
for
you
these,
have one more.
but I could just read off a couple things that I think are kind of interesting.
Well, actually, did you have like a compilation of other people's top fives or top tens or whatever?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There is a guy on BGG who went through all the other reviewers, right? And sort of took all their 2020s because they're faster than we are.
Yeah, obviously.
We're just now doing it. But a lot of people came up with these in December.
To be honest, we're recording this on January 8th.
Yeah.
So I don't actually agree with reviewers coming out with their top games of a year
in November. Yeah.
Yeah. In November or December. It's like,
yeah,
games get released at the end of that, man. I mean, if a game came out in December, have you played it?
Yeah, exactly. Then no, they haven't. Well, maybe they have, but
I mean, either way, they're not going to play all these games, but I mean, it's just weird that,
yeah.
Unless you're just getting games to the table as they hit your shelf,
Right. So these are a bunch of well-known reviewers and their top whatevers all compiled and then a master list created. So that's quite interesting. And so some of these games, maybe they only got a few mentions, but that's still enough to put them over, a lot of other games that maybe only got one mention or two mentions or three mentions. So
this is like a Metacritic list.
Exactly.
Is it 10 games? This is a top 10 right now?
Well, no, the list goes up to like 100 or something crazy. I don't even know. But I took the top 10.
All right, let's hear it. And then we'll probably end it at that point.
We'll see if we agree with any of these. Okay.
All right.
So the number 10 Metacritic of board game reviewers was Dwellings of Eldervale.
Okay.
Yeah. So I kind of agree with that. I think that was one that I wanted to play. This one surprised me. It didn't show up on your list because I thought you had played this game. And it's number 9, Whistle Mountain.
I haven't played Whistle Mountain. I played Whistle Stop.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whistle Mountain
I liked it
really
a lot. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Looking forward to playing Whistle Mountain.
Cool. Okay. A number 8, you'll be happy to know, is Tidal Blades.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right? Number 7 is a game that I just can't stand the art for. Sorry to say. It is Fort.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to actually play that, but it sounds like you have to kind of know that it's going to be a longer game going into it, I think.
I'm not sure about this one. It just didn't grab me enough to be that interested in it. And it's funny. I love that same artist when he does animals. Love it. Root is fantastic. And now drawing little kids, no.
Yep, nah.
But it's number 7 on the big list. Number 6 is a game that I may need to give more consideration to, considering how much Knizia I'm playing right now with Llama every night. And that is My City.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to play this. I actually saw it at Barnes and Noble recently.
Oh, really?
But it's hard to justify buying a lot of games physically right now.
Right.
Especially a game like that where it's like a legacy-ish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm intrigued by the legacy nature and Knizia doing it. Yeah. Okay, number 5. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing for the industry because this is not a 2020 game. It is The Crew. That's a 2019 game, people. But whatever. A lot of people think it's 2020 and they put it on their list.
I wonder if it's because, like I was saying, like this came out super late in the year.
It has to be. It came out in Germany first, that kind of thing.
Yeah, the Crew, October of 2020.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. That's actually the Italian edition.
Interesting. Well, at any rate, The Crew is a fantastic game. We've talked about it before ourselves.
Oh, it says English edition second printing came out in 2020.
Second printing.
Yeah, so it looks like, I don't even know if there's an English first printing. It's like German, Spanish, Russian, Polish.
Well, it's one of those
Korean.
games that doesn't even need, it's just a deck of cards. Oh, no, it's not. It has the little story. Yeah.
The
I'm
mission
wrong.
thing. Yeah.
No, it does. It needs the English printing.
Actually, for English edition first printing says 2020 as well. February.
Okay. Well, then I'm wrong. They're right. Okay. Number 4. I don't even remember. Did we play this? Viscounts of the West Kingdom?
I don't think you did, but I did.
Okay. Does it deserve to be number 4 on this list?
I don't know about number 4. It was in my top 20. I did like it. Out of those 3, as we were talking about when we reviewed them, or at least when we reviewed, I don't remember if we reviewed this one at all, but we did the other ones like Architects and Paladins. Paladins is my favorite.
Yeah.
Viscounts is the second.
I know I played
Architects
some of these.
is my third.
I'm not sure.
You played Architect with us. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that we played Paladins and Viscounts without you.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it made number 4 and number 3.
It's good though. It's good.
Number 3, the reviewers agree with you. It's Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Yes.
Which I like it too. You like it more. That's okay. That's fair. Number 2, neither of us mentioned this one because it's probably not our style of game. It's definitely not mine. I think you would like it though. Tekenu, Obelisk of the Sun is number 2.
Oh, you know what? When I was doing my top games that I want to play list, I have it on there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you would like it.
I knocked it down to 5, but
right.
Yeah, that and High Rise, Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion.
Okay.
Those are the other 3 I didn't mention.
Those came later on the master list, but the number 1 game by all the reviewers, interestingly enough, I totally agree with them. It's Calico.
Oh, wow. So everybody liked it that much.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Yeah. I think it's going to be game of the year. I really do. And I chose it as Calico and thought it would be game of the year the moment I played it, which is way before I found this list. So I totally agree with them.
You know what's hard about this list is it seems that a lot of these reviewers, as you went up the list, it got like lighter games because people can get those to the table a lot more.
Yeah.
Whereas something like I was saying, Akion is a game that.
Well, I don't know though, because this is a list by like board gamer reviewers, and some of them like the really heavy stuff. Like number 3 is Lost Ruins of Arnak, and number 2 is Tekenu, and number 4 is Viscounts. Like these are Euros. These are.
Right, but they're popular.
Well, they are popular.
Like Akion isn't very popular, I don't think, because it's like it was such an expensive game.
Yeah.
Like a Kickstarter or whatnot.
Right.
And I don't think it's in retail.
Post Kickstarter, it's really expensive. Good luck getting one now.
Yeah, it's like $150, $250, something like that.
Yeah.
I'll probably buy it. But that's an interesting list, though. I like that.
I have a game coming on Kickstarter by the same company. It's called Sons of Feriel.
By Tabula Games?
Yes.
By Akion or? Oh, okay.
Tabula
cool.
Games. Yeah, they did one called Sons of Feriel. And it's sort of in the same vein as Akion, I guess, from what I could see. You go around a map and there's like, different roads that you go on and then you interact with things that you encounter. And yeah, that looks interesting.
Well, sweet. I think we're going to end this one. We're just under 2 hours. So
okay, 2021 goals.
we're gonna have to we're gonna tighten this up as we go on, get that hour and a half mark. Actually, this top 10, this is a lot to go over. We could have ended it a long time ago, but we had some cool stuff to bring up.
Extra content, people. And
yeah, extra content.
Come on, we're talking about an entire year, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Totally fine with that. But I think we are going to wrap this one up. We want to thank you again for tuning into episode 108 of the MeepleCore Gaming Podcast. This episode was recorded on January 7th, 2021. Please send your questions and comments to MeepleCore@gmail.com. Follow MeepleCore on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Check out the video versions of the show on YouTube.com/MeepleCore at some point, because I have not done any of the COVID shows that we have. I have not converted those into videos and put those out. But anyway, until next time, this is Tim Jennette, the Metal Meeple.
George Breden.
Keep on rocking and rolling dice.